Buying wall art can be a daunting task. There are a lot of things to consider and you may be worried that you will regret the artwork you have bought. But do not worry, we have compiled a definite guideline to help you get your perfect art piece. Before you pick a wall art, consider your personality. The number one thing you should consider in buying artwork is if it fits your style. Your house is a reflection of your taste and personality. You cannot force yourself to put a postmodernist art if you are into vintage art. Aside from it will probably not fit in with the furniture that you've picked. You might feel a little unhappy the longer you see the artwork. You do not want to put artwork in your house unless you like it. Plan your budget and stick to it. If you are buying one or two artworks, maybe you don't need to plan your budget tightly. However, if you plan on redecorating your whole house, you may need to create a budget and stick to it. Prioritize which rooms you want to have wall art, and determine which rooms don't need more art. You can even budget based on the number of times you stay in a certain room. For example, if you like hanging out in your living room more than your bedroom, you need to set aside a bigger budget to buy wall art that will look great in your living room. Consider getting an expert's opinion. If the thought of spending too much on the wrong paintings scare you, then you might want to ask an expert about their opinion. They may give you tips specified for your rooms or taste. They may also know a lot more about which artworks are getting popular that you must have now. If you do not know an expert, it is still okay to ask your friends or family's opinion on certain art. Of course, their suggestions can influence your decisions, but you must remember that you still get to decide what artworks you want to buy. Things to consider when picking a wall art. 1. Size. Perhaps the most important aspect of picking a wall art is the size of the art you want to put in your rooms. Consider the space where you will be hanging the wall art. Determine how much of the wall you want to be covered. From there, limit your choices of wall art from the gallery. Generally, the size of wall art is divided into 5 categories: mini, small, medium, large, and oversized. Each size has its own charm and brings a different aspect to your room. That is why you must choose carefully. Mini, 25 to 44 centimeters. There is just beauty in the simplicity that a mini art offers. They work best when you buy a group of mini wall art that go well together and hang them close to each other. Small, 45 to 49 centimeters. Perfect for smaller rooms. A small-sized wall art still brings life to your rooms without being too loud. Medium, 60 to 79 centimeters. This is perhaps the most popular size for everyone because it fits so well in any scenario. It is easy to hang a medium-sized wall art in any room and still look beautiful. Large, 80 to 100 centimeters. Large wall arts are used to highlight your artistic taste. A lot of beautiful large wall arts became the first thing that someone notices when they first enter the room. Oversized, greater than 100 centimeters. While a lot of rooms can accommodate an oversized wall art, it does not mean that you should always go for it. There are more guidelines in choosing the size of wall art you want to buy. For example, oversized wall art looks great in bedrooms and living rooms, but not as much in comfort rooms or kitchens. The furniture present in the room also has an effect. If you have a huge sofa, you may want to put an oversized wall art behind it. However, if you have a smaller sofa, you may just want to hang a medium-sized painting behind it as an accent. You can experiment a little bit with the sizes. For example, you can buy art pieces in a similar style but different sizes. You can then put them in similar frames and hang them together. This works well for mini to medium paintings. 2. Color. Contrast. To break the monotony of your room, it is nice to have contrasting colors. A white room will look more striking if you put an artwork with bold color to contrast with the white. It will balance the room and make it feel more alive. Complement. Let your artwork emphasize the existing color scheme by buying an artwork that complements the color of your room. For example, in your dining area, if your furniture has wood, it will be nice to complement it with brown paintings on the walls. Muted colors. If you want your art to be a background of the room instead of the centerpiece, you can go for art pieces with muted colors. This is perfect for people who want a minimalist look in their rooms. It also adds a sense of serenity that will help you relax when you are in these rooms. You can hang paintings or prints with muted colors in rooms such as the bedroom, living room, and comfort room. Loud colors. If you are feeling a little bold, having a wall art with loud colors may be a good way to express yourself. There are certain artworks that strike one's interest with a simple glance. These are great to have in a room to immensely add characteristics to any room. Loud colors are best put in places where you want to add more life, such as the living room or the work area. 3. Style. Different rooms have different styles. You can have a modern living room while keeping your bedroom minimalist. In each style, there is a perfect artwork that you can add to the rooms to make it feel more natural and together. Modern. A lot of people are switching to modern styles for their rooms. It creates a vibe of being updated and modern. Vintage. To add a touch of sophistication in your home, you can hang vintage paintings on the wall. This works well for office rooms if you have clients or employees visiting and working with you. Minimalist rooms can still have art. You can choose one art that truly resonates with you and hang it in your bedroom. It is better if the artwork is also minimalistic, but it doesn't have to be, as long as you do not overload your walls with a lot of prints and paintings. Pop. Show your personality by having pop art in certain rooms of your home. There is a lot of pop art that will add life to the rooms you place it on. It doesn't only add color to your rooms, it also reflects your personality as a fun and hip person. There are more styles you can do with your rooms, but these are the basic ones. Do not be afraid to mix and match different artworks to different styles to create a whole new room that is very personal to you. 4. Room. Where you put your art should be one of the things you consider before buying the art piece. Each room has its own personality. There are artworks that will work best in the living room but will not be as impressive in the kitchen. It is extremely important to note where you want the artworks to be placed in. Below are a few guidelines for different rooms in your house. Bedroom. This is your own personal space, where you have the most privacy to be yourself. It is only right to put artworks in your bedroom that not only define your personality but also bring you comfort. It is a place of your retreat and relaxation. You can put an oversized wall art to hang over your bedroom. A lot of people like to have abstract paintings in their bedrooms as it adds to the personality of the room without being too loud. It's also more striking if you keep the frames minimal in the artworks inside the bedroom. Living room. The place where you accept guests should, of course, reflect your best personality. There is a lot of pressure in decorating your living room because it is the first thing that your guests will see. Try hanging paintings that will provoke conversations. Kids' room. While a lot of people do not want to put artworks in their kids' bedroom, it is actually advisable to do so. Not only does art improve the overall mood of the bedroom and thus improve your kids' mood, but it can also inspire your kids to be as artistic as you are. Comfort room. A lot of people do not associate artwork with a comfort room, but do not neglect this part of your house. You can make your comfort room more comfortable by hanging prints or paintings that go well with the room. There are different ways to decorate your comfort room. For example, a powder room should have a light and fun vibe. A master's comfort room should be more relaxing and serene. Another great tip is to add wall arts that go by a group. You can opt for a pair and hang it side by side, or 4 complementing prints and put it on the open wall of your comfort room. Kitchen. The kitchen is actually one of the most used parts of the house. However, a lot of people are finding difficulty in trying to decorate their kitchens. This is because it has a lot of tools and equipment, and adding artworks can be seen as clutter instead of decor. Lean towards complementing the existing furniture and stuff in your kitchen instead of overwhelming it. Fun word prints related to cooking can also be a great addition. Library, study, or office. Since a lot of work is done in these areas, it is nice to have an inspirational vibe for your libraries, study rooms, or offices. While a lot of people hang oversized paintings in these rooms, there's a new trend in recording the room you work in. Instead of hanging art pieces, more and more people opt for adding a floating shelf in which they can put different photographs or prints on top. This is great especially for people who easily get bored of seeing the same artwork over and over again. Changing the art pieces once in a while can also give you a sense of renewed energy to keep you motivated. Hallway. Most people often forget their hallways when they are putting decorations to their houses. While nobody stays long in hallways, it doesn't mean that you can leave it without art. In fact, since there isn't much furniture in the hallways, it is the best place to really show off your taste by overloading it with different wall arts. More tips on picking wall art. Does it make you happy? Of course, at the end of the day, your home is yours. You should not put any artwork that does not give you a feeling of happiness in your own space. While there are a lot of guidelines, the right artwork to buy is still the one that makes you feel happy. Find an artwork that you will continuously appreciate even though you can see it in your house every day. Do not be afraid to experiment a little bit. You can hang prints in certain places even if it breaks all the rules because you just want that art piece in that certain place. That is totally fine. Create a theme for your rooms. The best way to reinforce a room's theme is to add artworks that are related to the theme you have chosen. You can have a pop and modern work while having a strictly black and white living room. It is ideal to remember all these details when you are shopping for your wall art. Still not sure? You can simply browse our website and you might stumble upon an art piece that catches your attention. We have a huge collection of artworks in different sizes and styles. Sometimes, we do not know yet what we are looking for until we finally see it. This presentation contains images that were used under a Creative Commons license. Click here to see the full list of images and attributions. https://link.attribute.to/cc/1117255. Visit us at elegantartgallery.com.